Imagine driving home with nothing more on your mind than just getting from A to B. A lonely, unlit country road, and you've got no interest in UFOs or anything strange or unusual. And in the distance you see a monstrous triangle, 3 points of light with a fiery light in the middle. And obviously it does not fit the norm of anything that you would expect to see, of anything conventional. It's just outside of your sphere of knowledge. But that's exactly what a couple saw whilst driving along the A1039 a few years ago. A huge black triangle gliding silently through the sky. Now we'll just give the story a little bit more detail. Thank you.
Morning everyone, just travelling back from Scarborough, and as usual we cut through the cars, you know, towards Flixton and Folkestone, and if we turn camera that way you can see, I say it every time and it probably won't pick it up, but there's RF Staxton Wall there up in the top. But a short story's just come to mind which I'm going to pick up on when we get to the end of this road and we're on the A1039, if you want to turn that to me, Merrick. And it's just a triangle sighting that somebody had, and I think the year was 2019, and I will obviously readdress the year if I'm wrong with that and put some text up. I even have some images for this if I look hard enough through some folders on the internet. So basically it's a couple driving home who'll see something very unusual, but we'll pick this up when I'm at the actual location. Driving through the village of Folkestone, there's the church there, interesting story attached to that one. And when I get to this junction here, we'll be on the A1039 road. The road that, if anybody's read my books, the Truth Proof books, people will know that this road is kind of synonymous with the accounts of the Flixton werewolf.
The werewolf sightings are perhaps the most difficult for anybody, myself included, to bend your head around. The thought that something that fits the description of what we describe as a werewolf could actually exist. But then we look at the locations and we see that time after time these same locations repeat the same type of stories where people describe the same type of creature. And it's a frightening prospect to think that somehow entrenched within that landscape there is something outside of normal. The Flixton werewolf. Why people should choose to see it on the A1039 or on Whitegate Hill is quite beyond me, but that's what happens. And the reports span decade after decade, from the 1940s through to present day. Motorists claiming that something fitting the description of a werewolf jumping into the road and passing over the nearby fields. Is it real? Are they all imagining it? You decide. Back to the story.
Imagine driving on an early evening along this road. Cyclists say, well, I'm going to go slow because I'm pulling in. But you're driving along this road in the early evening, ready to take a right up to Whitegate Hill, and in the distance, and we'll get that once we've passed these cyclists, I'm going to go really slow because there's a pull in here, so I don't want to cut them up, to be honest with you. And they're all cutting across there, and I'm just going to pull in here. I told you they were a pull in, and we'll just do this short account. So you're driving along that road, there's Whitegate Hill up to Hunmanby, and you take a left down to Muston. So we're going back to 2019-ish, could be wrong with year there, it might be 2020, 2018. But they're driving along this road in the evening, and obviously you've got the sea, you've got Bempton and Speeton over in the distance. And as they're driving, they see 3 points of orange light that's coming even closer, and it looks to be a triangle, huge triangle that's slowly moving through the sky. Like I said, I have got some photographs of this, which they managed to take with their mobile phone. Once again, we've got this area producing strange sightings and strange anomalous lights. And we'll just walk down here onto the cars. Imagine this area when it was a huge lake bed in Paleolithic times, going back probably, you know, 8 to 12,000 years ago, and all of this was water. An early man settled here. And as I've said before, the archaeologists of the day suggested that these early settlers were shaman practicing shamanic ritual and sacrifice. And we have the stories coming out of this area of something bipedal, covered in fur, seen, and let's go up here, on this road, the A1039 road, the only road that runs in and out of Flixton. Once again, it's multi-phenomena that we're talking about. And we're going to head up Whitegate Hill now on our way back to Bridlington. So we're just pulling away from this here now. I'll have to just be careful with traffic, it's pretty fast. And then we're heading up Whitegate Hill. And once again, we're in the zone now where people have reported the fur-covered bipedal creature that's jumped into the road down looking towards Muston and been seen crossing the road here. And I've said it before and I'll say it every time I speak about this. It's a crazy thing to be talking about. How could something possibly exist of this description? Essentially, a man in the form of a dog. Impossible. Yet unbelievably, these things keep getting reported. They've just made it up Whitegate Hill, these cyclists. Full credit to them. Oh, stay there, Paul. That's naughty. I'm probably going to have to crawl around them. There, we've done it. And oh, there's one. There's always one, look, a little bit fitter than other. There you go. We'll just go steady getting around this one. And we're coming up to the burial mound of Spell How, which I've talked about many, many times. And there it is, look, with the birdhouse on top of it. And I only point that out because, obviously, once again, we've got burial mounds and earthworks and the association of strange supernatural happenings occurring around these locations. So we've jumped about a bit there. If you want to read about more stories of the strange and unusual, my books, the Truth Proof books, are available on Amazon via Kindle download or from the Truth Proof website, which is truthproof.uk. There is also a documentary called Wolflands, which I did with Les Drake, and that's on Amazon Prime, or if you want a hard copy, truthproof.uk. So I'll end it there, but if you like what we're doing, please press the like and subscribe, and have a great day, people. Thank you very much.